Hey everyone, I hope you've had a chance to watch the video reports that came out last week from each of the pastors, and if so, thank you for taking the time to watch. If you haven't seen them yet, you can find them on our church website or our church Facebook page. And I said in my report that I'd be coming back this week to walk you through the last half of the annual council report that was emailed to you late last week. It's in the last half that you'll find all the financial information concerning the church. It begins with the Treasurer's Report, which provides a detailed account of the expenses that we incurred in 2021. You'll see that expenses came in well below what was anticipated, and you can see reasons why as you read through the report and the overview that follows. Then after the Treasurer's Report, you come to the General Account Report. It's really straightforward, but we do want to draw your attention to the $44,000 transfer that you see in the midst of the report. This was the amount that was left over at the end of 2021 once all expenses were paid and after we carried over $44,510 to start the new year. We refer to these as excess funds, and they were transferred and placed in our Special Activities Fund, where they'll be held until the Finance Committee meets in February to determine how to disperse these funds. It'll be their desire to use these funds to provide support to various ministries, some within our church and some beyond the walls of this church. Recognizing God's generosity towards us, your Finance Committee looks to be generous towards others as well. After the General Account Report, you'll come to the Building Fund Report, which again is very straightforward. Because we're not carrying any debt at the time, we have in place a building fund that people can contribute to, so that if and when the time comes to improve upon or expand our facilities, we already have money in hand. In the report, you'll see that we ended the year with approximately $270,000 in this fund. After the building fund comes the Special Activities Report. Contains over 50 line items that shows, among other things, what money came in and what money went out in order to cover events or mission projects that came about during the course of the year. Just like with the Treasurer's Report, you'll see that we have provided an overview of the Special Activities Report, providing some background information regarding some of the specific line items. Now, these reports that I've just mentioned are really a look back at 2021 to see dollar for dollar what came in and what went out. It's our aim to be as transparent as we can possibly be. We've tried to anticipate and address whatever questions you may have, but if you have more, please email me, bill@ffbic.org, and along with our church treasurer, Ron Strite, and our financial assistant, Dave Martin, we'll do our best to answer any questions that you might have. I want to take this opportunity to let you know how much I appreciate the work of those two men and really the work of all those who serve on the Finance Committee. Well, finally, at the end of the council report comes the proposed 2022 spending plan. The figure that the Finance Committee and the Church Board is recommending and asking you to approve is $885,987. This is an increase of approximately $15,000 over last year, and both the Finance Committee and the Church Board believe this is an attainable figure. We provided an overview that takes a brief look at the 8 specific categories that make up the spending plan. We ask that you please take the time to look over the proposed spending plan and become familiar with it. And again, if there's any questions that you have, be sure to send them my way, because we want you to be informed before we vote and look to approve the spending plan on the night of the council meeting. Let me close the video by letting you know that as a staff and as a church board and as a finance committee, we're extremely grateful for your generous giving in 2021. Thank you for supporting the work that Jesus is doing here at Five Forks, in this community, and around the world.